All right, so now we have the bottom CTA and the footer. So this one, let's say CTA section ID CTA, and we're going to give this a class PY24, and then the background on this is going to be dark violet. Now we want the container for the text and the button, so that's going to be a flex box, and we're going to use flex call and padding 2 all the way around, and then space dash y dash 6. And then here we'll have our H5, which will be MX auto and space dash y 10. Text is going to be 4XL, font bold, text center, and text white, because it's a dark background. And we'll say boost your links today. Okay, let's check it out. And then we have a button underneath, so let's go under the H5, create our button. We're going to have padding X10 and PY5. Let's say MX auto, push it to the middle, text size 2XL, font will be bold, text color will be white. We're going to do rounded dash full, and the background color will be cyan. And then on hover, let's make the background color will be cyan light. And then on medium screens, we'll revert it back to text base for the size. And then on medium screens, we'll do PY3. And focus, we're going to get rid of the outline. So outline none. And let's say get started. Okay, there we go. Now we have a background image for this as well. So something like that. And we're going to add that to, we can close that up. Let's go to the input CSS, and we're just going to add some custom styling in here. I'm just going to put it on the ID of CTA, which is the entire section. So let's say background image, and that's going to be URL. And let's say // images / and then it's this bg boost desktop.svg. All right, so we're going to have that as the background image, and then let's set the background repeat to no repeat, and let's set the background size to cover. Save that. Okay, there we go. I think that looks better. Good. And let's just stretch it out a little bit. Cool. So now we have the footer. So let's go back to our index.html. Let's go under this last section here, and let's create our footer. We're going to give this a class of py16, and the background is going to be very dark violet. All right, so we have our footer container. Let's give it a container class, flex call, because we want everything to stack on small screens, items dash center. Let's close that up. Whoops, what did I just do? Okay, item center. Justify is going to be between, and we want to MX auto space Y16, and then on medium screens we want a flex row, and then on medium screens we want to remove that space on the Y items, and also on medium screens we're gonna do align items start. Okay, so now we have our logo. I'm going to say image, and it's going to be images / logo SVG. Let's just save that for now. Okay. Then we're going to have our menus container. So let's just take a look at it. These are 3 different menus, so we need the container for that. Let's say menus container, and that's going to be flex, and flex dash call space space y dash 16, and then on medium screens we're going to do space on the x-axis, which is going to be 20, and medium screens is going to be a flex row, and we're going to remove the space on the y items on medium screens. All right, and then we'll have our first menu. Let's say menu 1. So the container we want to wrap around the whole thing, and what I mean by the whole thing is this right here, the first menu. So flex, it's going to be flex call always. It's always going to be vertical. Items are going to be align centered. We're going to width full, so 100% width across its container. And on medium screens, we're going to set items to start. Okay, and just to remind you what they look like on medium screens and up, like that. All right, so that's the outside container. Then we have the heading where it says features. So for that, we're going to do margin bottom 5. Font is going to be bold. Text is going to be white, and we're going to capitalize. And let's say features. All right, we can take a look. Okay, so we have features. Now, underneath that div, we're going to have another flex box around the 3 links. So that's going to be flex dash call items dash center, and we're going to do space in between them, so space y 3, and then on medium screens items dash start. And then we have our links, and we're just going to capitalize these. Oops, a dot capitalize, and then the color is going to be grayish violet, and then let's do a hover color of text cyan. All right, so this one is going to be link shortening, and then we can just grab this. We want 3 of these. We have link shortening, then we have branded links, and then we have analytics. All right, let's see what that looks like. Cool. So menu 2 and 3 are pretty much the same thing, so we'll just grab menu 1. Oops, if I can get it. And we're going to go right under menu 1, paste that, and then paste it again. So we have this one will be 3, this one will be 2. Oops, I don't know why I keep pushing 4 for 2. And we're just going to change up. So features is going to be resources. And let's see what we got here. Blog. Blog. Developers. And support. All right, and then for the last one here, the heading is going to be company. And then we have what? Our team, no, about. So we have about, then we have our team. And it looks like we have, do we have 4 for that? Yeah, careers and contact. So we have our team, and then we have careers. And then it looks like we have another one. And that will be contact. All right, so let's save that. Okay, that looks good. Let's make it wider. Okay, now we still have the social container to do. So we have to add that. That's going to go, it's going to go outside of the menu container. So let's, this is this right here. That ends here. So it's the, what, the third div. We're going to go under that, and that's going to be the social, we'll say social container. All right, so this is going to be flex and space x6. And then we just have some links. Actually, the links don't have any classes or anything, so we're just going to add the links, and then the image is going to have a class of FIcon, which is just a custom class, so we can add some hover effects. And let's see, this is going to be images/icon Facebook. And then we'll just grab this A tag. We have 4 of these. So Facebook, this one's going to be Twitter, this one's going to be Instagram, I'm sorry, Pinterest, and this one will be Instagram. All right, let's save that. All right, good. Now for the hover effect, we're going to go into our input CSS, and remember, this is these are images. These aren't just like Font Awesome icons or something. So what we're going to do is take the FIcon class and hover, and we're going to use the filter property. All right, so we'll say filter, and then we're going to change some of the, we're going to add some of these values like invert. We'll do 79%. We'll do sepia. That's going to be 61%. And then saturate will be 464. And hue, rotate 130 degrees. Brightness is going to be 89%. And finally, contrast is going to be 85%. So let's check that out. Come down here and hover, and we get that color. It's like a greenish color. Is that right? I guess so. And you can change, you can mess around with those values if you want. So yeah, the last thing we want to do now is our hamburger menu, because everything else is done. I think it looks pretty good. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and do the hamburger menu.